Several years ago, I came across a gamified productivity app called Habitica. In it, you use your real-world tasks to be able to level up and upgrade an in-game character. Completing a task would give that character experience and also in-game gold that you could use in the store to be able to purchase armor and weapons and pets and potions and things of that nature. It was a lot of fun, and I got my friends into it as well because you could form parties within the app. This would allow you to be able to go on quests together, and if you didn't complete your tasks, it would create a negative effect on the outcome of the quest. This helped us to be able to be accountable to each other and help motivate each other to complete our real-world tasks. Despite it being a lot of fun, there was also things that just kind of fell flat for me. The quests were very much a passive experience. You completed your task for the day and then it would do some damage to a boss or find an in-quest item. But there was nothing that I could actually engage with. The quests also, the stories didn't quite make sense. They were kind of all based on like inside jokes or stories from the developers, so to me it didn't make any sense. There was no coherent story that spread across the quests either. I wanted to not only be able to manage my tasks, but I also wanted to play an actual game. So, being a software developer, I thought, well, why can't I build something like that? I started looking at JavaScript-based game engines and started kind of playing around with prototyping some different things out, and I was having a lot of fun doing it. But then, the internet got me. I saw so many things about how hard it is to be able to develop a game as a solo developer and how most of them fail. Unfortunately, as I said, this got into my head and I shelved the project before I even really got started. Fast forward a few years to now, I've been working on creating a YouTube channel, a website, and a newsletter, and kind of not really knowing what it is that I wanted to focus on. I'd tried sketchnoting, I'd tried building your own productivity system, and while those things are great and I love them, they just didn't quite feel right. It was missing something. Then randomly a few weeks ago, I started thinking about Habitica again, and I thought about that app that I had thought about making and never did. And I thought, why can't I build that? I think I have the skills necessary in order to be able to do it, and I think there may be other people out there who would be interested in using it. So I got rid of all those negative thoughts that had shut me down before, and I started work on the app. I've been getting into games like Stardew Valley, these kind of cozy games where you take care of a farm or you take care of animals, things like that. And I thought, wouldn't that be great if I could build the task manager into one of these kind of cozy games? Because they don't have like a definitive end, it would be something that you could keep using for years as your main task management system. Completing your tasks in the real world would give you in-game currency that you could use to purchase clothing and furniture, and I thought about maybe you could be on a ship and you could purchase ship upgrades, that sort of a thing. In order to be able to give me a leg up on the development of this, I'm using technologies that I'm already familiar with. I'm building the back end with Python and using the Django framework. The front end, I'm using a JavaScript framework, Vue. I'm also using a JavaScript-based game engine that is object-oriented based, which is similar to how Django is set up on the back end. So I should be pretty familiar with the principles of how everything is set up there. Coming from the software development world, I decided I wanted to manage this project as if I were on an agile scrum team. The idea behind agile and scrum development is you want to be able to do fast iterations of software. You break down all the work into bite-sized pieces, and then you work on those bite-sized pieces in what are called sprints. My experience has been that these sprints are usually about a 2-week period, and so at the beginning of one of these sprints, you plan out what you feel like you can get done in the next 2 weeks. Preferably, you want to be able to get an entire feature, back end to front end, complete within that 2 weeks. I've been doing this as a solo dev, even though this is more often used in a team setting, but this has helped me as a solo dev to be able to organize the work and to not get overwhelmed with how much there is to do in such a big undertaking. I'm using a tool called Shortcut to be able to manage this agile process, and it syncs up with my source control, GitHub. All the code and the project management is all together in the same place, and it's been so nice to be able to do that. I really like the aesthetic of pixel art, so I'm going to be doing all of the art in an app called Pixaki on my iPad. It's a pixel art program that allows me to be able to create pixel art based on reference images, and then I can also create the animations directly inside the app and then export them out and incorporate them into my game. What's great about this project is that it combines a bunch of things that I really enjoy. I enjoy productivity. I enjoy storytelling. I want this to be able to have a story that the player can discover as they progress and as they complete more of their real-world tasks that will lead to progression in the game, and they'll be able to see the story unfold. I really enjoy doing art and filmmaking, and the filmmaking part of it comes in. I'm doing this YouTube channel, and I'll be sharing my experience as I work on this game, and I'll also be sharing my thoughts and kind of philosophy around productivity. This feels so good to talk about and to create content about, and I'm so excited that I finally feel like I've landed on what my niche is for this channel. I'm so excited to be able to share all of this with you, and if you're interested in this app and would like to receive updates about the development, please subscribe to the channel. Another way to keep up to date is through subscribing to my newsletter. The link for that is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.